Good morning and hi to everybody out there. My name is Jeanette and I have Tourette's. I do like to start off my morning with a tea that I like to prepare. I call it egg frog soup. The reason I call it this is because of the way that it looks after I'm done. It's pretty gnarly, but it's really good for me, so I take it each day. Yeah, let me get started. So I'm just gonna put this down here real quick, and as you can see, my egg frog soup starts with chia seeds. So I take one good scoop, I think it was like a tablespoon of chia seeds, and I pour it into a cup of hot boiling water, and I just stir. And I'm going to be adding my ingredients as soon as the chia seeds have absorbed all the water and they start to build a mucilum. I think it's called mucilum. I'm not too sure, but it's basically like a mucus that it starts to release out of the seed, and actually it's pretty good for digestion and stuff. So I'm just stirring it until it starts to let out that mucus, and it's kind of what creates that look of eggs, of frog eggs. They have kind of like a clear coating booger kind of mucus around the actual egg itself, and that's what the chia seeds look like once they're fully dissolved into the water. So I'm going to put my spoon down, let it absorb some more, and I'm going to start getting my ingredients. First ingredient, garlic. Second ingredient, ginger. Third ingredient, turmeric. Fourth ingredient, ground cinnamon. Fifth ingredient, cloves. Sixth ingredient, apple cider vinegar. Seventh ingredient, lemon. Eighth ingredient, salt. And last but not least, the last ingredient, 100% honey. So now we're going to take all those ingredients and we're going to incorporate them into our tea. I'm going to start off with ginger. Ginger, I put a hearty help of ginger, so I tap it a lot. I basically build up like a little pile on the top of my tea. And I'll show you real quick. See, that's the pile. There we go. Alright, so now that's ginger out of the way. Next, turmeric. I'm just going to do a couple of puffs of that because it comes out a lot easier than the ginger. And that coats over our ginger. This is turmeric. And then I'm going to make sure it's on the shaker side. Get a little bit of cinnamon. Give it a couple of taps. There's cinnamon. And then clove. I'm not going too heavy on the clove, but definitely want to add clove in there. I heard it's really great for warding off parasites. So there's a clove. And then as for the garlic, I go very light on the garlic. This is just to help ward away colds. So just a little sprinkle of the garlic. Then we take our apple cider vinegar, give it a good shake because we want that mother to be a part of it. And I do 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar. I like to get the Brags. And last but not least, we get 1 capful of lemon juice. I'm gonna pour that right in there. Take a spoon, stir it in. And let's grab our honey. This is gonna be the last part. And we're, I like to do a good amount of honey just because the vinegar, the lemon, the garlic, the cloves, the ginger, it's really pungent and potent. And I like to mix some honey to kind of wort that all in and to just simmer down the taste because the flavor is very, very spicy. A lot of honey. And then I do a taste test to taste it to see if it makes me go then it's not ready yet. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, in the mornings I do a lot better with my Tourette's. I don't have it going off normally because I had a good long night restful sleep, but it does come out as I go along. Well, when I discuss it and I talk about my Tourette's, it does act up, and it aggravates it a little bit. I don't know if it's because my brain is putting focus to the fact that I have it and it starts to, you know, misfire. I don't know, it's really weird. But when I discuss having Tourette's, it starts to mess with me a little bit. So but in the mornings I'm way more functional than I am throughout the rest of the day. And this is early in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's fairly early. I already dropped off my kid to school and just had a time to make myself a little tea. All right, so here it is. After everything's been stirred in, we're gonna give it a little test try. Ugh, yeah, it's not ready yet. It needs more honey. Ugh. Okay. Just give it a minute. Hopefully this should do it. And we should have a nice, delicious tea. By the way, when you add the honey, a good amount of honey, the tea is absolutely delicious. It's really, really good. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit more honey. We're almost there. But I promise you, it's gonna be good. It's perfect. Okay, so now let me show you what this looks like in my spoon. I don't know if you can see that, but they look like little frog eggs. And let me just take you over so you can see what it looks like. And that is my frog egg soup. It is a ginger and many, many mixtures of other ingredients. Tea with chia seeds. Let me see if you can see what I see. Can you see that? See the way it looks? I hope this is focusing. And that, my audience, is how you make egg frog soup. At least what I like to call egg frog soup. But it's a really, really great tea, and it's healthy for you. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day. Bye.